Hey everyone, Dr. JJ here. Today we're going to talk about one of the things that I get asked all the time in practice. And it's, should I take this supplement or should I take that supplement? Or what's the supplement that's best for me? And honestly, probably none of them are the best for you. Probably none of them are something you should be eating or taking. And if you do take it, you're probably getting way too much of it and it's not going to do you any good. What we have come to think in today's society is that everybody has to be taking a supplement because more is better. And honestly, it's usually not that's the case. What is better to do is to eat the real food, because when you look at labels of vitamins and minerals and things like that, you look at it and it says vitamin E as tocopherols, or vitamin C as ascorbic acid, or vitamin A as beta carotene. And the truth is, none of those things are actually vitamin A, vitamin C, or vitamin E. They are parts of those vitamins. They're what we have isolated out that we can say can give a sort of physiologic effect to something that might resemble vitamin A. And really, you just shouldn't be taking the isolates. They can treat a symptom or treat something, but it is not what you truly need physiologically speaking. When you look at vitamin A, there's at least 14 different isomers of vitamin A. So what if you need the vitamin A that's really more so for your eyes, like the retinol or something like that? Or what if you really need the vitamin A that's stored in the kidneys that really helps the kidneys from beef kidney fat? Or what if you need something from the liver that has more of the isomers that are related towards that? It really does tend to matter where the vitamins come from and what they are sourced as. And really, that determines what their physiologic effect is going to be, how they're going to affect you. So it really becomes important to eat a diet that's varied, that includes things like deep green leafies for your vitamins, that includes different sources of proteins, from, let's say, shellfish one day to possibly beef. And as much as it's out of vogue, and especially in today's society here in the United States, to eat the offal meats, to eat the organ meats and things like that, to eat liver, to eat kidney. I admit that I struggle with getting that as much as I can, but I try. If I see it on the menu, I order it. It's very important to get those different kinds of proteins and different kinds of fats, and vary that diet so that it isn't a mono food culture that we're becoming in today's society, especially here in the United States, of a mono food culture of corn and soy. And if you can get away from that and start eating a varied diet and eat quality, organic, natural foods, or better yet, grow it yourself, and shake the hand of the farmer that if you can't grow it yourself, that he grew it for you or she grew it for you. Or shake the hand of the rancher that nurtured that animal that is going to now nurture you. So it's very important to kind of get into a responsibility with your food and a responsibility in your health. And you start with that by choosing high quality foods. So some of the best foods I think you could eat, some of the most nutrient dense foods that you could eat would be, in all honesty, liver. But the questions that I always get when I tell people that is, but it's where the toxins go and stuff like that. And I would not eat a conventionally raised calf liver. I just wouldn't do it because of the hormones, because of the growth stimulators and things like that. If you can get an organic grass-fed calf liver, that would be the one to eat. Those types of things. Eat the sweetbreads, those types of things. That becomes the important things to eat. Pâtés, things like that, if you're of that type of ilk that you want to eat a pâté. So chicken livers, things like that, they become important. And your deep green leafies, your kale, your Brussels sprouts, Swiss chard, things like that. Find ways to cook those so that you can now add those into your diet. And then, vitamin A from a good sourced butter, like a Kerrygold butter. Don't rely on supplements. Don't rely on a pill. That's part of today's societal cultural problem, in my opinion. And if you can get away from thinking that there's a pill for that, you know what? let food be my medicine. Let me actually see what I can get out of this planet that we live on in a good way. What can I eat that is going to nurture my body and make me a bigger, better, stronger person, more healthy? So that's the challenge that I have for you all today, is to eat more natural foods and try less supplementation. It's not saying that supplementation isn't important to supplement your diet, to augment, to fill in the gaps that we inherently have from foods that we don't have seasonal variances of. So make sure that you eat those green vegetables. Make sure you eat the rainbow, so to speak, is what they say. Make it about half to 3/4 of your plate, different vegetables, leafy vegetables, and then the protein should be a half to 1/4 of your plate. So try that for the next 2 weeks and see how your health and how everything will change in your life if you just eat a whole bunch of different foods. Make it a goal to try at least 3 different foods, 3 new foods that you've not eaten in the last year from Whole Foods or from a natural grocer, or go find a co-op that you can join that delivers in food that you don't normally would eat, and Google a recipe, or go over to drjjgregor.com and find a recipe of something that you don't normally eat and try that. That is how you get away from supplementation of your diet. So until next time, make your health easy, and hope you have a great night.